Hello beautiful people, welcome to the week 11 tour of my murder mansion. So a lot of you guys have been asking me to do tours on streams. Unfortunately, the house is so big that I can't really just keep doing tour after tour, so I hope this gives you a nice guide to my house. So I'm on week 11, which is basically just before the 3-month mark that I've been working on this house, which seems insane considering I feel like I've done so little. But anyways, so I'm going to give you a tour. This is what it looks like from the upstairs. I'm going to be adding more smokestacks towards the top, but we have room for a helipad, which means there will at some point be a helicopter. But let's head down. So there's a few things I want to show you in this house. The first thing I want to show you is my greenhouse, or my solarium. So I did this today actually. So this has got all kinds of plants growing and just vines everywhere. It's a little bit craggly. There's a tree in the center. It's a pretty simple design using polished andesite, glass panes, and glass blocks. And of course I've built my own tree in the center. So I like this a lot, but let's go into the house. We're actually going to head this way because there's a little bit more. I added this doorway today, but there is another entrance right where those roses are. Those roses usually denote the entrance, but listen to this. I have a doorbell! So here, this is something I've added today as well. I have a study. Now you can't really see very well what's on the back of the computer, but if you go to the back and jump, you can see they are MacBooks. But it's nice desk area just for studying. If we go through here, we're going to see the bar. Now there's no tricks or traps in the bar just yet. Unfortunately, yet is the key word. But it is a pretty nice bar using extended sticky pistons, or maybe even just regular pistons with carpet on top. But I think that looks really cute. We are going to head this way. So on the right hand side we've got a kind of prototype of a washroom. So we've got dripping water. I didn't want the big flood of water, I thought that would be a bit too much. But we've got a shower, kind of with a bath. We've got Dove soap and Vidal Sassoon shampoo. Got some towels hanging on the wall. This is a really cool idea. I actually got from Zul'jin, I believe. It's a piece of wool inside an item frame with a button behind it. So the button does actually work, but that's cool. We've got a sink here as well. This is just a little sitting room. The way I do the couches is I do stairs around the outside and then I do slabs in the center just to make it look like a little bit more of a laid back couch. If we go through here, we've got a TV, which is pretty cool, and another couch. There's tons of couches in the room, I won't keep talking about them. Here we've got a storage room. This is supposed to look creepy and craggly. There's death, and I think in one of the chests the flesh spells die, which I think is pretty funny. Outside of that we have what this room was originally made for, to hide the spooky ghost. So if you open the chest, a spooky ghost comes out. It's hilarious. Actually, I have to continually replace that because it isn't quite a perfect design. It is pretty good though. I like it a lot, and it kind of scares people when it first pops out because most people honestly don't expect... Can you go in please? I'm gonna have to fix this later. Actually, we'll do it now. Most people don't actually expect like a ghost to pop out from there, so that's cool. So that's that. I'm not going to show you every room. Some rooms are empty. You know, hallways are empty and big rooms are empty. We'll look at the basement in a bit. This is actually my front door. Let me show you what the house looks like from the front. I think it looks pretty nice. I've got some villagers trapped here. This is of course the villager trapping device that I did in my first ever YouTube video. The grass I know looks like watermelon. It's actually just manicured glass. That's that's inspiration from Corralis's inspiration series, but this is what the house looks like right now. I like it a lot. I think it's really, really cool. I don't know. It's inspired by Rose Red. It has kind of a gothic roof as far as I can tell. I'm not really an architect or a design expert, but that's kind of what I thought it looked like. We're going to go upstairs briefly, and we're going to look at an example of a bedroom. There's also some fall traps I'd like to show you. We will deal with more stuff on the bottom floor in just a moment. So if we go here, this is what one of the bedrooms looks like, and this is what most of the bedrooms look like as well. So this is the bed with a nice headboard. We've got a nice footboard as well. I don't know where all these mobs are, but okay. We've got some shelving here. This is just stairs and slabs placed in different ways. This is just some not finished in here. This dresser, if you push the button and stand in front of it, you fall very, very quickly into a slime trap, which I think is pretty cool. Let me just do that. So from here, there's a number of things in the basement I want to show you. On this side here, on the left, we have an aquarium. I'm actually just waiting for squid to spawn, but I haven't found any yet, so Not quite sure what the deal is, but there haven't been any squid spawning in here yet, unfortunately. Someday maybe. I've got a chicken farm right here, which is pretty good. Gives me cooked chicken, which is nice. Let's actually do this. Sure, that's fine. Okay. And you're able to enter it like this, which is good. If you want regular food, we do have a regular food farm here. There is a tutorial to this in the YouTube channel as well. It's just a regular farm, 2 farms placed side by side with the lever to run the farm, and then you just have to replant it. If we go back down this hallway where the aquarium was, there are a few things on each side, so this is where the fall trap comes out. Oh my god. Oops. That's where the fall trap comes out. On the left we have cactus growing, nothing fancy. On the right we have an automatic potato and melon farm. I don't know if it's running right now. Sometimes the design stops. I think it's Etho's redstone timer. Sometimes it does stop, but there's way more than I could ever use, so that's good. Continuing on down the hallway, there are a few hidden things. On the right behind the spider picture is a hidden smeltery. So I smelted all my food earlier today. Through this painting, this will lead to where the old smeltery was here, as well as to an area, my brewing area. So that door, there's a tutorial as well on YouTube. I'm trying to get as many tutorials as possible. Through here, you're able to kind of go into the storage room. This uses the same principle as the hidden door. You can see here with the invisible block in the chest, I'm able to click through it, which is pretty cool. This just goes into the regular basement. Okay, so as far as other things I want to show you in the main part of the house, I'll talk about them as I go there. Well, first, I guess this is my storage room. Everything is pretty normal. The only thing is these levers all raise the floor so I can reach the top chest properly. But as far as what I have in my storage room, there is just pretty much everything I could ever need. And then I have a ton more chests to sort things. Some lava for throwing things in there. Sorry, Norik. My friend Norik made me this whole area to throw things, but I don't usually use it. It's my little fireplace room. The bar in the first area is that way, so we're gonna head this way. I want to ignore the kitchen for a second because that's gonna be the last thing that I show you. Upstairs, other than washrooms and bedrooms, there aren't really anything, anything is completed. But, so living room, the kitchen's through here. Through this area here, this room isn't quite finished. I've done a home theater. So of course, we're right at the end of the movie, unfortunately, we did miss it, but we've got this guy working here. We've got all this seating, which of course comes with complimentary drinks. If we go into the projection room, we have our projector, which is this, and then the man running it. Of course, no movie is complete with full bright lighting, so of course what we can do is turn off all the lights, and if you can't see the difference, it just makes it a lot darker. So we'll leave the lights on because the showing is over, but yeah, I think that's really cute. The next thing I want to show you is the library. I'm trying to go quickly through this because I know there is so much. This is the library, so we have a nice inspiration from Corrales' server. Then through here, this is supposed to be kind of gross and just packed full of stuff. It's kind of like a hoarder's library or something. There is some seating again with the stairs and the slab. If we go upstairs in our spiral staircase, we'll get to the second floor. This is where I keep my enchanting. So the style of the enchanting room is very similar to the bottom of the library. It's all kind of messy and crowded and covered in cobwebs and ladders and just odds and ends and stuff like that, which is cool. I think that'll be a ballroom. The only other thing upstairs is Clup's room, my donkey's room. It's kind of nice and it houses my horse, but other than that there isn't really too much like fancy-wise that goes on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back downstairs and I'm going to show you the kitchen, which is probably my favorite part. Honestly, just because I think it's the room that I did the best job building. Ding dong! I think that's so cute. So this is the entryway to the kitchen here. We have kind of a nice little display light, just powered by redstone on top. And of course we have a little seating area. These are the same seats that I used in the office. They are a bit too tall for Minecraft people to actually go on, but we'll just pretend everything is built too big because I'm a short person, and then that's okay. Through here, I love this archway, but through here we have working furnaces. Obviously I've been smelting. We have a fridge in which you can store all kinds of food and stuff. I think on the other side I have a bunch of drinks, delicious ale, vitamin water, and drink me. My favorite thing in this whole place, though, is this trap Delzak helped me design. There is, again, a tutorial for this on YouTube. So, if anyone is silly enough to stand here and press the button, they fall into lava, and then into water, and then into jail. In this jail, there are a few funny things. There is an invisible maze here. So this is done using, what do you call them? Fences and regular blocks. And the green path is not necessarily the green path you have to take. But if you take the correct path, you get into the warden's office, which is obviously not quite finished, and I don't have the materials to finish it. The light switch turns off all the lights, and if you go back in, there is the warden's private treasure chest of rich items stolen from rich inmates, whatever. So if you open it, you see the warden's stolen gems, but you also hear TNT. And it explodes a TNT using a trap chest over a dispenser down into a case of obsidian with water in it. So it doesn't actually do any damage, it's just supposed to scare people. Okay, so let's get back out here. Let me see if I can remember the path. Okay, so far so good. Come on, Deppy. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so in this jail cell there are two types of cells. There's solitary confinement and there's regular cells. So the solitary confinement cells are tiny. They're down this way. There's just a bed, let me show you again, a sink and a toilet. And those go all the way down here. The regular type cells look like this. So they have a toilet, they have a sink, and they have a bed, which you can't actually sleep in, but it's a little bit better. This cell is a little bit different because if you've ever seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, one of the guys escapes behind a poster in his room. I'm sorry, spoilers, but the movie is like 10-15 years old. So that's what we do. We escape down this tunnel, through the Shawshank tunnel, and we're going to be able to escape the prison and the house in general. Get out of my way. So if you go up, you should be able to hit the button, boop, at which point you escape into the night. This is what the house looks like from the side. It's pretty nice, I like it a lot. One of the main features of this house is actually going to be the Scraggles pixel art. So if you guys don't know who Scraggles is like, I don't want to say a fan art, but a picture that Skybike did of me to make me look really beautiful, and it looks like this. But Wallach, MC guitarist, and Jennifer, 3 members of the NoodleCraft server, stayed up overnight one night to build me this just to make it look like, I don't know, a beautiful angel on my doorstep of my house, because it kind of looks like me, but kind of like a really scraggly version of me. So I really like it. I don't know, I like it a lot. Oh man, this looks really good. The one last little bit of detail that I do want to show you, that I can run to quickly and easily, is going to be spooky noises every time I go by there. Is going to be what I've done on the other side of the house. So you can see there are some pillars here that aren't quite completed, whereas there are some pillars here that are completed. So the pillars that aren't completed, I want to do the same thing on the bottom and the same thing on the top. So I've only done them on the bottom so far. The solution I've found to this not lining up properly is I've actually just brought the wall out a little bit, and I've put little armor stands with green turtle armor on top there. And I think that's a pretty good solution. I like that a lot. This is what the house looks like from this side. So everything in this has been built in survival. We're in 1.8.1. There has been no cheating. There has been no harvesting of resources in creative. There has been no building in creative. I've done most of the work on this place, but I do want to say thank you to Delzak, Norik, and Lamppost for the help that they've given me doing this project. I don't know what my next build is going to be on the 1.8.3 whatever, or 1.9 if it gets that fast. NoodleCraft 5 server, I'm thinking something to do with a space station, but inspired by Stephen King's Rose Red, I've had so much fun. I was going to say a hell of a load of fun building this mansion, and I can't believe it's been almost 3 months. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. If you enjoyed this house and this tour, either leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, something like that. I don't know, the more this goes, the more I am impressed by myself and the ideas that I've come up with. But I also want to say thank you to Zul'jin of the Hermitcraft server, and thank you to Corrales of I don't know, the world of Keralis. Maybe also Hermitcraft, I don't know. But Zul'jin and Keralis, you guys have inspired me a lot. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I appreciate it. And hopefully there will be another tour before the server gets blown up on June 15th. I'll see you later, guys. Bye!